Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How the devil are we all doing? It's the Triple Nipple Gerbil, and welcome to this week's Top 5 Camps. Now then, we've got quite a mixed bunch for you, so sit back, relax, and get ready for some aneurysms. In the number 5 spot this week, we have Goldfinger with his Kung Fu Hustle Camp. And if you're a fan of Japanese architecture, this one's going to suit you right down to the ground, let me tell you. Now, I have seen quite a few Japanese-style temples built in Fallout 76, but I really do like how Goldfinger's done this one. For example, we've got some shoji walls going down. Are they called shoji walls? I don't know, paper buddy wall things. Yeah, we'll go with that, shall we? I'm also absolutely buddy loving that entranceway. The use of the stone walls on it, simply lovely. Honestly, Goldfinger, so far, exterior-wise, you've absolutely nailed this one. It does look like a Japanese temple. Slash dojo slash kung fu things. Yeah. Jesus, it's so hard being this cultured. Anyhow, the interior decor is just as well done. We got a fair few plants knocking around, which again fits in perfectly with the theme, and of course we've got the good old merge glitches, and they're very well done. Quite simple, but very effective. Truth be told, Goldfinger, I really did like this camp, and the way that you filmed it was properly entertaining as well. Vielen Danke for entering this week, mate, and congratulations on number 5 spot. Right then, guys, just before we get to number 4 spot, just want to make you aware that it's good old TNG judging this week. Yes, I know, try to contain your excitement. So what I'm trying to say is, if there is any dislike Daves out there, feel free to launch your keyboard in my direction. Anyhow, back to the top 5. In the number 4 spot, you beautiful bunch of masochists, is Jawafour. And what we've got here, guys, is a properly immersive looking camp in the middle of the ash heap. Now, a couple of things stood out to me on this one. The first thing, the location. Not many people tend to build in the ash heap. And you know what? I get it. It's because it's an absolute shithole. 100% agree with you on that one. But in terms of places to put down an immersive looking build, then it doesn't really get much better, does it? It looks like a properly post-apocalyptic landscape. And this camp fits in with it perfectly. It literally looks like somebody's thrown it together with any bits of crap they could find. Honestly, mate, you've done a really good job on this one. Like your camp last week, you seem to have a real knack for building scruffy style builds. And I said it before, guys, and I'll say it again. It is hard to build this kind of camp. Making them look like it should be part of the wasteland, it's bloody difficult. I mean, just look at it, guys. All the little nooks and crannies in the passageways and, you know, different materials used to make it look like it's just been thrown together. This kind of stuff, I bloody love it. Jawa, what an incredible job you've done on this one. Thank you very much for entering this week, and congratulations on the number 4 spot. Coming in at number 3, we have Moonlight Cowboy with the Rubik build. Jesus, that just flows off the tongue. Rubik, I love it. Apparently, this build took 32 hours to build, and I admire your masochism on this one, because it looks like an absolute pain in the bloody backside to build, proper kick in the penis. All them offset walls and building it on top of the structure in Charleston, yeah, there's a lot of effort gone into this, guys. Now, believe it or not, you can actually build on top of this in adventure mode, but it is quite difficult. I could be wrong, but the last time I tried it, you couldn't get foundations up there, which intrigues me, Cowboy. How have you managed to get the walls up there? Now, I can see one or two ways. Either you've used a catwalk glitch, or you can place foundations up there now. Like I say, I could be wrong, but let me know in comments. I promise I won't tell anyone. The attention to detail doesn't just end with the exterior. All in all, this build has 25 rooms decorated. 25 bloody rooms. Jesus Christ, I would sooner shove a hot poker right up my anus. Cowboy, I love your dedication on this one. Everything from the location to the difficulty of building the thing. It really is bloody commendable, mate. Hats off to you, pal. Thank you very much for entering this week, buddy, and congratulations on the number 3 spot. Simply lovely. Now then, guys, are you enjoying the entries so far? Personally, I absolutely bloody love them. But I bet there's some of you out there, like Mr. Internet User, who's thinking, you know what, my camp could have been in the top 5 this week. Well, it just so happens, if you're feeling extra spicy, you can find the link to my Discord in the description of this video. And if you do join, you can submit your camp to this competition. And who knows, you may be in next week's top 5. Now then, we come to the number 2 spot. And who do we think's got it this week? What's that, you at the back? Yes, you are 100% correct. We've got Milne with Leo's house. I'm not too sure who Leo is, but he sounds like a proper solid guy. Milne, this thing is bloody sublime. To me, I'm getting some old moonshiner's cabin vibes. Really do love this one, pal. For the most part, it's a nice, simple, easy to do build, but I'm sure I'm seeing some angulation in the situation at the back there. It could just be the camera angle, or you have actually thrown out some shapes just like me on the dance floor. Nope, that's a lie. The only thing I throw out on the dance floor is my bloody back. I will say though, exterior aside, where Milne only really excels is in how he decorates the build, and this one, it's no exception. Every single corner of the build is filled with something. Take the shelves for example. They're absolutely packed to the brim with clutter, and it really does give the camp a bit of character. You know, it makes it look like it's bloody lived in. And the best thing about it, it all flows. It's all keeping in with the theme of the ramshackle little cabin in the middle of the woods. To be 100% truthful with you, Milner, and I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass, I think you're one of the best immersive decorators in the 76 building community. All the builds I've seen from you now, they've all kept within the same style, and they're all beautifully done. Thank you very much for entering this week, buddy, and congratulations on number 2. Really well deserved. Now then, who's got the number 1 spot? These camps, you know, they're going to take some beating. Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to keep you waiting for a little bit longer, because it's time for the honourable mention section. Yes, the part of the video where we take a look at the camps that just didn't make the top 5. And this week it's Onlysi, with this simply lovely little hideaway home. Now mate, this was a beautiful build. I love how it's perched on the stone columns, which you've obviously spent some time merging together. And the location, spot on pal, really good choice. It looks like it's just hugging the hillside. And as for the interior, mwah, chef's kiss. Look at that kitchen. Properly well thought out and properly well put together as well. Onlysi, thank you very much for entering this week, buddy, and congratulations on the honourable mention. Now then, back to the top 5. And who do you think's got the number 1 spot this week? All the entries have been amazing, but there can only be one winner, so drum roll please. Congratulations, Nuxblackthumb, with the van life build. This thing is just mind-blowing, and the fact you've done it in adventure mode is bloody crazy. Now, I'm not even going to sit here and pretend to know how you've done this. I can see a shit ton of merging, but above all, guys, and my favourite word's going to come out again, a shit ton of ingenuity. Ingenuity. When I see builds like this, it always makes me wonder how much of a masochist you have to be to come up with these ideas. I mean, you're using objects that was never intended for this purpose. For this, well, you know, purpose. The level of creativity is just mind-blowing. You know, it's like you take the building rules that Bethesda give us and you drop kick them through Todd Howard's front window. Honestly, I love it. What impressed me most about this build, though, was the interior. The way you've actually made it function like a camper van it's brilliant. My favourite bit about it was the floating bed. I don't know why, it just brings back memories of car shows for some reason. I don't know. This build was truly unique, properly ingenuitive, and more than deserving of the number 1 spot. Nux, thank you very, very much for entering this week, and congratulations on number 1. Hats off to you, mate. And thank you to each and every single one of you that entered the competition. You all did a bloody wonderful job. As ever, I'd like to say a massive thank you to all my Patreons. The extra support's much appreciated. And guys, the links to all my socials and whatnot are down in the description.